Hi guys, this is Jose Rosario from Microx. This time I'm gonna take the time to actually make a video in English just to make sure that we are reaching out people from all over the world. Obviously, English is actually one of the first language, almost right. But right now, what I've came to my attention is the fact that we have a lot of people criticizing about the progress that President Donald Trump has made in terms of immigration process. Particularly, I'm not the guy who expresses himself in terms of politics. I'm actually quite against politics because I understand that if you don't like something, you don't have to comment about it. But I'm just trying to, provide my comment and opinion on regards to what it's been doing. I'm not focusing on his particular kind of leadership in terms of general things that he's been doing in the United States and outside the United States. I'm actually talking directly in terms of migration, right? Immigration process, we all understand, is really difficult to deal with, and every country is trying to develop an idea or a process where they enforce or reinforce politics in terms of how to maintain migration, specifically illegal migration, and in terms of law uh, kind of notice, because we all understand it's practical for people that live in a country to have regulations and legal people working in their country. That's actually common sense, and it does make sense, right? Now, migration, like for example, this recent law of public burden that a lot of people are um, acting about it, and it actually makes sense. You want people, just like Canada does. Canada brings people, professional people, to their country to make sure they have jobs available, because they have a lot of jobs available, more than what they have people. They have people that are old enough not to work, so they trying to bring other people from all over the world to work there. And there's a lot of questioning in regards to what he's doing. This recent law of public burden has actually, had people doing a lot of stuff. Not just because it's affecting them directly, but it's because it's gonna make the immigration process even harder to get. Petitioners, like citizens and residents, are gonna have to have a lot of criteria and a lot of qualifications in order for them to actually petition someone, which is difficult. Now they will have to make sure that this person they're petitioning have level of English, knowledge of English, especially, and they have a career. They also don't have any problems with the police here, and that's also good. Everything that I've mentioned right now is good, and that they have, that they're able to live as independent when they get there. They don't have to depend on someone for a long time. You don't want that. You want people to have to be in your country, to be dependent, not to depend on other people. And the criticism has actually grown so large that we find a lot of people on the internet, giving their comments and etc. But we have to look at it as a precedent kind of way, right? Because if you're a president, you want people to be in your country in a legal way, right? So now let's talk about visas all over the world. Now, visas have been reduced, like the 226,000 visas that are distributed in all categories have been reduced, but not on all categories, but on V1 slash V2, which is tourism and business. The process has become harder and harder because people have abuse of the system, right? You get a visa and it says on the visa 6 months, but you want to stay the 6 months. Nobody working It's gonna have a vacation for 6 months. The problem with this is that you're given 6 months, but it's not that you're gonna use it, right? You are allowed to. My recommendation as a consultant is to make you have to make sure to stay at least 15 to 20 days in the United States, because you're going there for vacation or for business, not to be there living. Somebody that lives on a particular place for more than 3 months, that is being considered a resident, because your residence is there already. So just make sure you give your visa the right usage so that you don't get your visa revoked or canceled, or that you're basically inadmissible to the United States. Because then you will have to wait 3 years if you stay more longer than 6 months, and if you stay longer than a year, you will have to wait 10 years in order for you to ask for a forgiveness, right, at the consulate. So just make sure you give the right usage. And now the politics, the everything that Donald Trump has been doing for immigration has been seen as kind of unusual and unfair somehow. But in my particular opinion, in terms of how he's been structuring the process, I mean, it's been it was needed. Probably will have different comments on other people, probably positive comments or negative comments, but what I want to show is that the process has been changed for a reason. Now, petitions have been going faster on the system that they were like a year ago or 6 months ago. Because why? Because illegal immigration has been stopped or reduced, and legal immigration has been reinforced, which is best. It's better for us that do legal process, just to make sure that people that are petitioned, they get to the United States faster. Now, for those who are trying to get a tourist visa, well, that's different, because now you have to have a lot of qualifications. You need to be professional, to be married, to have kids, to have vehicles, to have things that attach you to this country or to any country that you're applying from. It's harder now because, and people might find it unfair, but it's what we have earned over the years, because we've given an opportunity to go to the United States. We stay there, we get married, we stay longer, we stay over, we try to change status, we adjust status, we do a lot of stuff that are not even near of what we are thinking of. Like, we do a lot of things, and I'm not talking about just my country, I'm talking about in general. Like, this is going on in general. And I wanted to express myself just to make sure we understand that visas you should be able to give to your visa, you should be able to give the right usage. And to make sure we have consciousness at the moment of using it, and just make sure we don't make the process harder, because that makes our job more difficult when this happens, because we have to orientate, to give orientations to people about what their profile should be, and they might find it offensive somehow when we're doing it. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. It was my humble comment, and I hope you like it, you subscribe, and I'll see you later. If you don't know still, just subscribe to @MigraX, and we'll be there for you. We're like that on YouTube and also on Instagram. Thank you very much for watching.